Welcome back, Devil Advocates and Gemstones, to So Special. Um, Actually, you're going to be the only sign that I will be giving a special report for, simply because you have been my biggest supporters. And because this platform has changed, I wanted to show my appreciation to you for being such a big supporter of Spirit Vibes, which turned into Soul Station, which is now So Special. And you are very special to me. And I just want to say thank you. Depending on how this turns out, to determine if we'll continue to be specific where you're concerned. Gemini's at a sun, moon, rising on the cusp, as well as we're going to find out if there are some planetary placements in Gemini. Then this reading will definitely be for you. This reading can play out until this time next year. So let's go ahead and get started and see what's on film for you. What's your movie for this cycle? Okay, so you've got to kind of put it in context with what's going on in your life, as well as with the reading. Again, we have beloved. Okay, so this could be something dealing with the past that may be coming back to haunt you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, something you may have thought you buried, or kept hidden, or something you felt that you had to eliminate because in your mind you were trying to, I'm getting the word save. Okay, I don't know. For the females, this could definitely be regarding a child. You know, I don't know. And maybe you had an abortion, or you did what you felt you had to do at the time, but, or maybe it's relating to someone that you truly beloved, but it's coming out of the past. Okay, it's coming out of heartbreak, it's coming out of hardship, it's coming out of something traumatic. Okay, something traumatic, something that was hard to deal with at the time. That's what I'm getting from for you at this time. Let's go ahead and get you a spiritual vibe oracle message. Let's see how this intertwines with your movie Beloved. Maybe you just need to watch Beloved. Maybe it's a movie that has some answers for you. Okay, you have masochist. Okay, masochist. A masochist is somebody that does a whole lot on their own, really to the point of humiliation or hurt or pain. Or a lot of times I feel like a masochist just don't trust other people with the work. Okay, they rather just do it themselves. Then that way they know that it's done, that it's done correctly, that it's done in a timely fashion. You know, or maybe you're kind of forced to be a masochist and take on a lot of responsibility on your own. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let's start off with the houses first. Let's do that. Let's see what houses we're dealing with for this cycle. Again, I want to thank my latest subscribers who decided to step on into the house here at So Special. And that's what we're going to be dealing a lot with now, specials. You know, whenever my heart and my mind feel like a message needs to be told, that's what we'll do. You'll be dealing with the house of Libra. And we have the 10th house, okay? So if Gemini is in your 10th house, this message could relate to you. And Libra is another air sign as well. So maybe this will help give you some balance, or maybe even some justice. Let's see what it says. Your Libra ascendant personality is charming, romantic, and social. You are creative, artistic, stylish, and enjoy cultural pleasures. Seeking balance in love and partnerships is your ultimate quest. You enjoy serenity and leisure. Your outward demeanor. Your outward demeanor is pleasant, friendly, and affectionate. You enjoy the laughter and fun of social gatherings and are an excellent communicator. You are sympathetic and often go out of your way for others. Your purpose is generosity. Your sense of fairness inspires others to live with great respect, peace, and love. Okay, so you'll be dealing in that house of Libra. And then you have the 10th house, which is a midhaven. It's located in your natal birth chart. The 10th house, it represents your ambition, aspirations, public status, and life goals during your adult years. The MC, or the midhaven, okay, is provides a subtle yet important understanding of the essence of your character. The qualities of the MC describes your sense of purpose and contribution regarding your career and life accomplishments. The level of success and fulfillment you may achieve relates to the zodiac sign represented in your 10th house. If you don't know what that is, I suggest that you get your natal birth chart. You can get them for free. I think Cafe Astrology is one of those places that you can get a free natal chart and find out what your 10th house is. Okay, let's see what planets are pertinent or presidented during this time. They may be in the house of Libra, because Libra and, to me, Libra and Gemini share a lot of the same traits, okay? Okay, you have crazy eights, but you have all of these planets aligned that's working for you, okay? And then you have Venus in the earth element as well. She's telling me to take another one. The center of that is Pluto, okay? And I have the number 8 for this one, which is all about transformation. It's also surprising how something transforms. Something surprising transforms. That it has to do with some type of growth, okay? It could be anywhere, okay? Maybe you're surprisingly growing your hair back, okay? Maybe some happy growth in whatever you're producing, or maybe has something to do with the industry that you work in, okay? But all over and internal energies, you have every planet working on your behalf, okay? How that's going to turn out, I have no idea. But you also have Venus here, and you have Venus solid as a rock here as your your underlining and external energy. Underlining and external energy, we have Venus. So I see that plans are being made for within partnerships. Partnerships are not necessarily two people coming together, but maybe you're putting two ideas together, okay? Maybe you are contracting with a company or an agency of some sort, okay? So your number is 882. You may want to look that up. That's your angel numbers for this cycle, 882. Which turns out to be 18, which equates to 9. We just talked about a transformation that comes by surprise. Makes sense to me. Okay, so what we're going to do is find out what the root of this cycle is. The root. So I don't know if it's going to be from here to next week, or, you know, how long this cycle is. But if it resonates with you, if something strikes you, I suggest that you keep it in mind, because at some point it's going to come back. Okay, so we have Ive, I-V-E, and you have D, okay? Ive, tending to, having the nature of, expressing. We talked about that in Libra. Tendency, disposition, function, and connection. Okay, makes sense to me. And then you have D, do the opposite. Remove or remove from something. Privation, removal, separation, and negation. And I know that that's what they wanted to do. I know in Beloved, they wanted to basically get that past spirit out of the house. And Danny Glover, I think she kind of wanted him to be more like an exorcist, because I believe that whatever this is, whatever that ghost is a reminder of the past. You know, like I said, for you females, maybe, or even you fathers, maybe this is a child that reminds you of your past. It's like your past comes back to haunt you. Okay? I don't know, maybe you're going to be creating out of this past experience. Okay? Now, for some of you, this could be connected to slavery. And I know a lot of times we don't want to hear that. We don't want to be reminded of that. But you have to understand at this point, we are the product of that. You know what I'm saying? We inherit those things from slavery, our attitudes, our nature, our traits. A lot of things that we believe are inherited from that time of life. And if you remember this movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, that's what was happening at the time. Oprah played the mother that literally killed her children because she did not want them to be in slavery. And she was raped after the fact, okay? So, I know it's kind of harsh, and maybe that's, the experience may be that way, but it's something you're going to have to deal with that comes from the past. It may not be so easy for you, you know what I'm saying, but it's there for a reason. Let's find out what your conflict, challenge, contention will be for this cycle or this week or whenever your next report will be, okay? What you may have to consider that may be a little like Oprah was in the movie. Just like you may have to consider something that you really don't want to do, but you may find it best, like, because I guess she felt that she'd rather they be dead than to have to experience the hardships of slavery. Let's see what it is. Forbidden topic at the dinner table. That's going to be a conflict, a challenge, okay? Something you may need to consider. You know how some people like the elephants in the room? A forbidden topic at the dinner table. It's funny because when I was preparing for your reading, she wanted me to do the Deviant Moon deck. And we know that deals with taboos, okay? And I'm feeling like with this movie, Beloved, if you haven't seen it, it's worth watching. There is taboo involved in this situation, okay? There is taboo involved in this situation. I'd rather you watch it than me tell you, because you know how it is. You don't like people to tell you all the details before you watch the movie, right? But let's find out what good is going to come out of the conflict or some conflict during this time. I'm not sure if it's this particular thing, forbidden topic at the dinner table, or if it's something good that comes out of maybe a conflict that maybe it was mentioned in other readings, or maybe it hasn't been mentioned at all. But what's good coming out of a conflict for this cycle source for devil advocates and gemstones is all the world's plastic. All the world's plastic. I don't know if you're going to get paid to recycle something. Maybe you're going to be able to see things, be able to see Because I know earlier I was going to say about this transformation here is that maybe your intuition is heightened and maybe you'll be able to see what's real and what's not. You know how some people are plastic, they're not really real. And maybe that's part of you seeing the truth behind a thing, behind people, behind a society, behind the industry. All the world's plastic. Maybe you'll come up with something creative, like they mentioned in Libra, where you can use the world's plastics to get it done. Okay? Okay? So let's find out where I want to go with this. Let's do this. My brand new deck here. Okay? This is my LOM deck. Something you need to be learning or majoring in. Okay? Something that you need to be learning or majoring in for this cycle. Like again, this cycle could go all the way out until this time next year. Okay. For Devil Advocates and Gemstones, Soul Special Report. What is it that they should be learning or majoring in? And you have wielding. Okay, wielding. I think that's how you I think you weld things to repair things. It is a field. I find mostly men in welding. Maybe this is a vocation you need to take up. Okay, maybe you are in it already and this is part of the study. Or it could be symbolic for, again, repairing something, putting it back together. Let's take a moment and find out what that is. Let's try to understand exactly what wielding is. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see what it is. Okay, they're giving me all kind of stuff right now. Specifically, what is wielding? It's a fabrication process that joins materials, usually metals or thermoplastics. Wow. By using high heat to melt the parts together and allowing them to cool, causing fusion. Welding is distinct from lower temperatures technique. Welding is distinct from lower temperature techniques such as brazing and soldering, which do not melt the base metal. Yeah, I knew you used heat. Okay, so that's interesting. The plastic, the welding, wow. So I feel like somebody's into making something. Okay. But then again, this could be figuratively speaking or symbolically speaking. You know, because sometimes you got to take the heat, right? Like they say, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. But, and maybe that's something that's dealing with this forbidden topic. You know, something gets heated and then things begin to cool down because maybe there's an understanding between the parties, whatever that is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with these cards and see if it all makes sense, Devil Advocates and Gemstones. Okay, and I hope you're having, or having a happy holiday for 2023. 2023. We're about to bounce into 2024. And so be prepared to check out the specials that I'm about to bring this week, hopefully. Overall, you have the Three of Wands, okay? You have the illustration card. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Sun. You have Justice as well, okay? Justice as well. So, yeah, this is definitely about, I feel like you've been in the process of this. Whatever's going on, you've been in the process of this. I'm hearing a grouch. I feel like you have somebody on your back that's a grouch, or that you may consider the monster. It may be from the past, okay? But it's also, whatever it is, it's taking a lot of grit. You have been at this for some time, trying to watch this thing grow. Whatever it is, this is your baby, you know. This may even be related to your children and watching them grow. But there's a lot of concern, probably up at night, trying to figure this thing out, or trying to figure out what else you can do. You've been waiting on an outcome. You've been trying to figure out a solution, or you will be trying to figure out a solution to either these are children or it's something you've been really physically putting your energy into, okay? But it's something specific about the nighttime. This could be the hour, you know, the time of day where you really give it a lot of consideration. Some of you, you seem perturbed. And I'm getting a lot about gripe and grit. Okay, it's the core energy of this is it's got to either be with things that you're studying or something that you're trying to put together. I'm also hearing a manuscript. So we were talking about fusion, right? Wielding, putting something together, hot and it's where you use heat. Sometimes that heat could be your anger, you know, your personal temperature. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes when we are in the heat of things, it helps us to produce what it is that we want to produce, our vision, our endeavor, our goals, because you're taking that energy and you're putting it into something positive. You're taking that energy and you actually use it as the power of manifestation, okay? But it's three things here that you're trying to fuse together, that you're trying to wield together to make probably one product, okay? Now, for some of you, this is a study. Again, I keep getting a manuscript. It's like, how I'm going to put this together. I guess you're pretty much on your own with this. You know, things have changed now. We're not, you know, we have online studies, you know, or you may be doing some independent study. This could be something scientific. Because like I said, you have masochists here. You're trying to do it all yourself. It's a lot of work. And maybe you're learning on your own, whatever this is, but you're trying to put it together. Some of you may even be writing a manuscript or writing a book on what you're trying to put together. or it's based on something that you read. Maybe you was inspired by this to do your own thing, or you're trying to create your own type, whatever that is. I don't know. Like again, it could very well be wielding, okay? And I see you are actually studying the parts. You have a main focus this cycle, you know. You have an idea. But you got to figure out how to put it together, how you're going to fix it, how you're going to put it together, how you're going to fix it, how much it's going to cost to do it. How to tighten things up as well. There's a lot of crazy eights, okay? I know the energy is coming from, I don't know if this is a soulmate or a twin flame. And don't go crazy over these twin flames, because not too many people meet their twin flame, okay, in one lifetime, okay? We all have one, but we don't always meet them. There's something significant about meeting a twin flame. Okay, so you may not even be ready to meet a twin flame, but all these broken parts and pieces could stem out of meeting a soulmate. And oftentimes these soulmates will be considered taboo. They're not traditional. Okay, it's something odd about it. You see what I'm saying? For some people, it could be same sex. Some people, it could be different cultures. You know, people have their way of believing, their way of thinking. This may even come out from somebody that's you may feel they're just like you, like you're very similar, you know, like we're too much alike. And maybe that's why you're trying to come up with a different plan, because maybe you're just too much alike. So maybe you share a similar idea as someone else. We're just too much alike. Let's get a reason for the sun and the manuscript, or the book, the study book. Top and bottom, dear source, please. What's going on with the sun and the study book? Yep, studies about mastering something before you put the word out, before you let everybody know, before you make it news, before you advertise it, okay? For others of you, this could have very well been prophetic. But it comes off more like study. For some of you, it's just like, how is this going to work with the both of us? You know, we have three fascinating ideas here, you know, but whether it's you or someone else, there is a green monster here, someone that is gritting their teeth behind this. They're upset about this growth, even though this is some slow growth. This growth is word pestering. There's also some mystery and secrecy behind this thing this that you are growing or someone is growing that you're connected to. This is a very weird kind of reading here. But the funny thing about this is there is this birth is like it's connected to you like an umbilical cord, but at some point that umbilical cord gets cut and it has to grow on its own. Okay, so right now you or they are nurturing this or these hot topics. That's what I'm getting. These fascinators. And I don't know, the fascinators, I mean, you could be, fascinators are also like hats. And I'm also hearing if this could be in relation to children, because at some point they're going to split apart. It's like we talk about cutting the umbilical cord, but at some point these ideas or these children will split apart or have. I'm feeling like it's more current, like they will. This person that you are connected to, that you're so much alike, you could be meeting them in school, in a school course. You could actually be thinking how this is going to work because of something that caught your attention online. Okay, these are masters. These are people who have mastered their craft, who has the experience here. And I feel like for some of you, you're looking into this because this was promoted online. This is something you believe will make you happy. For some of you, this will come about in the summer. Okay? You will see clearly by summer who and what it is that you need to do. But there is a fusing here. There is a fusion, but it's going to come out of some heat, out of some darkness, out of something that's considered taboo, forbidden topic at the dinner table. This is something you just don't talk about. And sometimes it is your ideas and your dreams. You can't talk to everybody about that. I'm kind of, when I look at this, it's kind of remind me of The Color Purple, where they were all at the dinner table. And I guess the conversation, she finally struck up the conversation, the courage to let Mr. know she was leaving. And the daddy was told, over, you're sitting at your own dinner table. That he needed to speak up about something. But maybe you feel like that's just not the time. You know, maybe not the place. Maybe we need to talk about this in the bedroom. I don't know. But I know that a decision will be made in the end. Okay, I don't know if it's about judicial decision, like the laws and the rules that keep what it is that you grow in, that you're trying to manifest, that you're trying to fuse together. And some of you are going to find the key, or you have the keys to making this determination. Which makes sense when I see that the Hermit is here. The problem with all of this is that you're having to do it all. And you know what? I don't know if you have to or you just feel more secure doing a lot of stuff on your own. Because you know the old saying, if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. But when you have this masochist here, this is somebody who takes on a lot by themselves. They do a lot of stuff by themselves. Now, I don't know if that's you or someone else. But there's definitely going to be a decision in the outcome. Or first, you need to make a decision. Because I feel like you can know without knowing. All the world's plastic. You know, justice here is just like you can see through it all. Didn't I say that? You're going to be able to make a determination because you're going to be able to see through the falsehood, the fakeness. For this cycle. Very interesting. Forbidden topic at the dinner table with beloved. This is something that's very haunting. Or it's coming back to haunt you. You may have thought you left it in the past, but it's coming back to haunt you. It could even be a work of study because those things can come back to haunt you too, especially if it is your calling, especially if it's your path and purpose. And you're questioning yourself, how is this going to work? How am I going to be able to put all of this together? But once you see past the falseness, the fakeness, what's real and what's not real, you'll be able to make a determination. This is also judging, okay? Judging others, judging another, judging a situation. All the world's plastic, which is going to be really the blessing or supportive energy during this cycle, during this time, whatever that is. Okay? How to put stuff together, how to fuse something together, but it's coming out of the heat. Again, that could be symbolically or figuratively speaking, or actually a study or a industry type of work here. This could be whatever it is, could be part of your career. But some of you, it's stemming from an idea. And I feel like it's coming out of something that was similar to you or familiar. This could be very familiar. Or someone familiar to you. Could be family. Okay? So I'm here. Y'all just alike. Y'all just alike. Okay? And it's summed up as the fish, okay? You got the fish as your summary. You may have to fish around for answers. That's why you got that book. Fish is also symbolic for prosperity, okay? This may be something you have to do on your own. You know, you got to fend for yourself. You have to do this yourself. You got to fend for yourself. You're going to have to figure out what you have, how to use it. That masochist, it's all on you, baby. It's all on you. For whatever reason, let's get you an angel message. Well, before we do that, let's get you a spirit by written word, and then we'll close it out on some of this other stuff. It's pretty tough. What's going on with you? Wow. This cycle. Can't really talk about it at the dinner table. May have to talk about it in the bedroom. It's with somebody who can possibly see your point of view. It's going to be kind of crazy, whatever this is. Okay? Kind of off the wall here. You have to learn how to care about people without taking on all of their problems. Okay? They may be dealing with this 3 stalks here. Maybe your children have to learn how to fend for themselves, you know, and not, you know, for some of you, and not you not having to baby them, you know, that you having to allow them to grow up and kind of like do for self. You have to learn how to care about people without taking on all of their problems. That's Felicia Rashad. Let's get you an angel message. See, they got to go fish. They got to learn to go fish. You have to teach them how to fish. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat every day. That's what they say. If you teach them to fish, they can survive. The angel of communication, okay? We're talking about forbidden topics at the dinner table. You know, maybe you just don't want to talk about some stuff at the table because you don't want it to spoil your dinner, your appetite. I express clearly the voice and wisdom of my heart. When we meet someone and connect with his or her inner light, we allow the most wonderful communication to happen, be it with words, gesture, with a smile, or even in silence. Communication inspired by the soul radiates interaction and synchronicity in our lives. And I really feel like that's coming out of this soulmate energy. Okay, this could be your child, it could be a parent, a friend, a neighbor, it could be anybody, but they like you. You're familiar with them. They're similar. Okay? Got to go at it alone. Let's see what your get you a totem for this cycle. See what's going to help you, what energy you need to implement to get you through this. You have the moth, okay? So for some of you, this is dealing with, it was in reverse. Some of you, again, this could be dealing with your soulmate or twin flame. You may need to back up, back out a little bit, or sometimes you have to dim your light. Now this could be physically dimming your light or dimming your light in your internal light, you know, not sharing everything you know. Okay? You're going to have to kind of back up, back out. This could be in terms of caring for other people. You know what I'm saying? As well. And you also have to understand a moth is just another type of butterfly. Okay? It's just of a different kind of family. It's the same family, but it's just a different kind of butterfly. For some of you, you've been enlightened by this. Again, some type of clarity that you're going to have to get it, you're going to have to go and review it. So you can swim. Okay? Because this fish is also about swimming. And swimming is another type of survival tactic as well. And symbolically, you got to go with it. You got to swim. You know what I'm saying? Interesting read. Let's get you an affirmation. All right, Source. What affirmation will be beneficial for devil advocates and gemstones this cycle? Okay, so your affirmation is today I choose. Today I will only surround myself with people who support me. Okay, kind of sounds really good. Okay, you need somebody to support you, you know, support your ideas, you know, support your efforts. Okay, and it may be coming from this soulmate, you know, this familiar, this similar, this soul connection, this soul connection. I don't know. But it's some kind of connection. And I am going to leave it here. Devil Advocates and Gemstones, thank you so much for tuning into the So Special, because you are so special. And thank you so much for your support through my time on YouTube. And I cannot wait to bring you another one. Until then, happy holidays. Hotep.